Good morning and welcome to BIFA TV, your daily dose of industry information. And here we are in August in your Director General's column. As I prepared for today, I had a look back on some of the things we've talked about in the past months. And actually, so many of the issues that we discuss repeat and repeat and repeat. I guess that's the way it is because they're all important and they're all really crucial to the way our industry works. So I make no apology for talking about some of the things I've talked about before, but giving you a bit of an update about where we are with them. The first, of course, would be what's going on in the Middle East. This is a continuing saga, conflict that just goes on and on and on. And obviously really important that we keep close to where we are with that and how we can help our members. We still see stories arriving at our offices here at BIFA of containers that have been shipped all over the world, end up in the wrong place at the wrong time with all the issues that that brings. What I would say to you is that we continue to put out both BIFA TV and into BIFA Link articles and episodes that help you as a member to use our STCs that help protect you in these cases where things go awry. All I would ask you to do is keep close to that, make sure that your STCs are correctly incorporated in your contracts with your customers, because that just helps protect you as you move forward. One of the other things that goes on quite a lot is the question of fraud, the famous mango fraud, as we called it way back when. I have a bit of good news, if there is good news with fraud, and that good news is we've had members contact us recently to say, because of the articles and the information we've put out, that's made them very aware of the possibility that they'll get customers who are committing this sort of fraud. It's enabled them to be able to steer away from business that really they don't want to get involved in, and therefore would mean they end up with a big financial loss. This still happens though. We also get messages from members who are getting caught up with these frauds, where these companies are asking you to move freight that doesn't exist, goes to the wrong place, and all this sort of stuff. All I would keep asking you to do is urge you to do is to remain close to it, keep an eye on what you're doing. This is a big issue and one that actually can have a huge financial penalty on you should you find yourself involved in it. The next thing I want to just pick up on is training. Training is great. I think educating our workforce and our industry is absolutely crucial as we move forward. I just want to highlight that we've put out there our dangerous goods awareness training. I've done this before. I would just say to you that I think that every member of staff in your business would benefit from doing this piece of training. Many of our members say to me, we don't do dangerous goods. So that might be true, of course, but it is worth just being aware that sometimes dangerous goods does sort of sneak into your business without you realizing. So do the dangerous goods course for everyone. And we've just released one on export licensing. If that's your business, that's probably a bit more niche, but actually it's really a good piece of learning if you do that sort of thing. Then that brings me on to WABA. WABA is the Westminster Africa Business Association. If you pick up BIFA TV, you'll see that we were at the Ethiopian Embassy earlier in the year, and there was we did a bit of a feature on the embassy and our work in Ethiopia. We stay close to this association because actually our colleagues, our members who ship to and get goods from Africa always look for us for some help and development to ensure that those various countries in Africa are as up to date as they can be, and actually can help provide a good service of freight moving in and out of the various countries. So we stick close to WABA. Have a look at the feature we put out a couple of weeks ago. That perhaps brings me then nicely to our own conference. If I'm honest, ticket sales for the conference have been a bit slow. Good news is, last couple of weeks they have picked up, so that's really encouraging. I would just ask you if you can spare the 23rd and 24th of September to be in Warwick. It would be great to see as many of our members there as is possible. We do have a great list of speakers and we've been releasing speaker information over the past few weeks, so it's all out there, but if you can spare a couple of days for us in Warwick, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I'd love to see as many of you as is possible at Warwick, 23rd and 24th of September. That's it. That's your daily dose of industry information from BIFA TV.